trend line that I drew like from 2-3 weeks ago. Okay, so you can see that foot bounce here. So we may have feet bounce all around here before price continuations to the downside. So this price is still very much bearish. So what we are looking for the coming weeks is first level price to react off these zones, which is this trend line, and the next target should be the 3965 ounce, and we can go all the way to the 3892 ounce to the downsides.
Bips at MyFX right here. Welcome back to our usual weekly market forecast. So this is our usual weekly market forecast for the week of the 20th to the 24th of July, which is the fourth trading week for the month of July. So without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. So we are getting started with gold, say USD. So for gold for last week, we can see we predicted gold into position. I told you guys that if price open, you can take your gold sales all the way from here and the price reaction from this trend line, and we were looking for gold sales to go all the way to 100% retracement level right about there, and we can see that that's what we actually had price do, and we had that nice bearishness from the beginning of the week all the way to Friday. Okay, so gold has been bearish for the longest. As you guys may remember, this trend line that I've been keeping for the past 1 month or so, right, since last month, you can see first touch, second touch, third touch. At least we started using this trend line from this foot touch, okay, which if you guys watch our previous videos, I made mention of this foot touch even before it happened, and now this feet touch and even a 6 touch. Okay, so that is also the power of using the trend line. Okay, when you're trading, the power of using the trend line in your trade. So trend lines also, all these things actually works, but you have to be logical about it and know where and when to use it. Okay, so let's check weekly time frame, how price looks on the weekly time frame. So like I told you guys, overall we are heading to 3892 ounce to the downside on the weekly time frame. Price in close very much bearish. Let's check the monthly time frame. Okay, nothing much on the month and daily time frame. So what I may see price do, I'm going to mark out a little zone like so in here. Right, so what we'll be looking forward for price to do next week is to bounce off the areas of the 4030 to the downside first level, which is a 3964, and we can go all the way to the 3891 to the downsides. Or if price may go a little bit deeper to create more like a double top, which would also match with the zones of our trend line and this resistance. Okay, so we may have price pullback as deep into 4070, and then we could have that bearishness to 3968, and we can go very down all the way to the 3890. Okay, so that's it for XAUSD. Do it to mark it on your phone or your trading device. Up next is the DXY. So for the DXY, for the past 2 to 3 weeks, the DXY has been ranging. Like you guys can see, the DXY has been ranging. Price has been so unstable on the DXY due to the American economy and what the world's going on. So it's very we have to follow the DXY very logical, as the case may be. And what we are seeing right here on the weekly time frame, we can see price is still weakening around. It's still very much on these zones. Okay, it's still very much on this weekly area of interest, which is a very strong weekly area of interest. You can see me mark it out right about there. So clearly I know that price would be alright. If I want to be a little bit like most of you guys do, what's this called, something like an order block, price is headed into this order block. I think there's actually a tap. Okay, there's actually a tap on that order block, so technically price can start buying from here, or price could still want to go more deeper into this other block here before price continuations. But for me, I don't like using all those terms because it actually complicates things. So it's just an ordinary break and retest. Okay, so price is actually retesting off this resistance. It doesn't matter if it's retesting on a particular candle on all, but to make things quite simple, price was just retesting off this resistance. So all what we need to do is go to our lower time frames like the daily time frame, so you can see that same retest. Price is still retesting off there. So on the bigger picture of things, price still looks very much bullish. Okay, so we'll be looking for price to react to continue buying all the way from here to the upside. So if you wish to buy, you can put your stops there, put it here, and you target your first level, which is the 1015 to the upside. But on the other side of things, price could want to go bearish. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys more like bearish and bullish scenarios of things. On the lower time frames, price may go bearish, okay, because of this range. Okay, but we are not ruling that out, so I'm going to extend this like so. So I'm going to give you two-way scenarios. On the bearish side of things, price may bounce off this trend line, which matches with this little zone, and we should be seeing a drop to this first level, and we could go as deep as the 99 points to the downside. Okay, so price could react where this moving average, 50 moving average is, and start selling. But to also have a cleaner, more conservative patch, if you have a smaller count, it's better you wait for price to break this. And for the bullish side of things, it's better you wait for price to break this range. Okay, break there, then you can ride it to our first level, which is the 101. You can go as high as the 102 to the upside. Okay, so that's it for the DXY. Up next is GBPUSD. The GBPUSD for last week, GBPUSD has been more bearish. Okay, has gave us some bullishness and bearishness in between. Okay, so what we are seeing on GBPUSD, it's a no-brainer. Okay, it's a no-brainer. This range, price is still very much back into this range. So I'm going to trade what I see. Like I always tell you guys, you trade what you see, not what you feel or what you think. Okay, with what I'm seeing here, technically price is bullish. Okay, price is now creating series of highs, lows, a high. So technically we should have price react off this trend line. Okay, a break which has happened, react, bounce off this trend line, then we can go all the way to the upsides. Then our first level target could be this resistance up here, which is the 1.362. Then we could go to the 1.3699 to the upside. Okay, so we are still very much bullish on XY until price shows us otherwise. Okay, up next is Euro USD. So for Euro USD, price did not do so much last week. Price has been on a slight range too on the Euro USD. Let's check the weekly time frame. So price is still very much ranging on here. I know price will definitely drop, but you don't expect price to drop just like that on such a zone. Okay, we must have something more like a tug of war. Price, both buyers and sellers trying to find their grounds before and the most suitable areas before reacting or moving from. So currently price is on this zone, so we could have, just like last week, okay, we could have price react from here, all right, start selling from where it currently is. Then our next bearish target is this support, which is the 1.13219, and we can go as deep as the 1.1212 the downside. Okay, or we could see price go a little bit deeper to the zones of the 1.150, which also matches with this 50 moving average coming all the way from the upsides. Okay, you can see price go slightly deeper into this area, looking left, our daily area of interest. Then we can price to our first level, which is a 1.1323 to the downside. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD. The last but not the least, USD CHF. So for USD CHF for last week actually played out into position. We wanted price to go bullish, and price was really bullish, though we had the first set of bullishness, and the rest of the week too, price also gave bearish. So now price is ranging. Okay, so technically price is still very much ranging on the bigger time frames. Okay, so let's take check the weekly time frame what price looks like. Just like the DXY, price is still bouncing off these strong levels, okay, to giving us a bullish continuation to the upside. So let's check the 4-hour time frame if you can find some zones. Okay, there's so much noise on the 4-hour time frame, so we'll keep it at the daily time frame. Okay, keep it at the daily time frame. So here on the 4-hour, on the daily time frame, we are still very much bullish, just like last week. Okay, we can take price calls from here, and we can target our first level, which is a 0.1846 to the upside, and we can go as far as 0.8233 to the upside. So if this looks good, okay, you can take your buys from here, just stops here, and you can target first level 0.815 and our final level 0.823 to the upside. Okay, so we are very much bullish on Usdchf. So that was it for this week, guys. If you have watched this video to this very moment, please do to smash that like button, drop some comment on the comment section, or if you feel what you are doing, drop some fire emoji on the comment sections, and always remember to plan your trades and trade your plan. See you guys in the inner circle. Cheers.